All right, our next one we're looking at is P11, P11 areas of similar figures. And looking at the example here, the figures below are similar, labeled sides are corresponding. Okay, so I have our lengths of our two figures, our triangles, are going to be 8 centimeters and 9 centimeters. So the area of the first one is going to be 8 squared, which is going to be 64. And then we're trying to look for A2. So we're trying to find that the area of the second image or object. Find the square of the ratio of corresponding side lengths. So it's going to be 8 over 9 squared. So it's going to be 64 over 81. Okay. Find the ratios of this area. So A1 over A2 is going to be 64 over A2. So you're going to set this up 64 over 81 equals 64 over A2. Find the common denominator. It's going to be 81 times A2. So you're going to multiply that to both sides. And you're going to simplify it out. And eventually it's going to be down to 64 A2 equals 5,184. Thank you for having a calculator on that one. Divide both sides by 64. And then that's going to give you A2 is equal to 81. So the area of the larger triangle is 81 square centimeters right there. All right, the figures below are similar, labeled the corresponding, or the sides that are corresponding. All right, so this one, our lengths are 4 and 8 for our two different triangles here. So that's going to give us 4 squared over 8 squared. So again, that's A1 over A2. So next I'll go 16 over 64, solving for A1. And 64 on the bottom. So I can cross multiply that on this if I like, or use the common denominator. Cross multiplying here would give me 1,024. And then I'm simply going to divide 64 to both sides. Okay, so that's going to give me 16 is going to be equal to A, or A1. All right, so this one should be 16 square feet. All right, this one, the figures below are similar. The labeled sides are corresponding. What is the ratio of the area of the larger square to the area of the smaller square? Write your answer in as a ratio of two whole numbers separated by a colon. For example, 2:3. Okay. So this one we have 8 squared over 5 squared. So I got my 8 squared from this first image, 5 squared over the second image. That's going to be 64 over 25. And so our ratio should be 64 over 25. Actually, on that one, you can use the square root. So square root of 64, square root of 25. So that'd be 8 to 5. All right, this next one right here, figures below are similar. What is the ratio of the side lengths of the smaller pentagon to the side length of the larger pentagon? All right, so let's take a look at them. So this is going to be 4 over 81. Now we're going to take the square root of 4 and the square root of 81. And that should give us 2 and 9. So our ratio is going to be 2, 9. And this one the reason why we did the square root is because we're having the area, right? So if we go all the way back to the first one, you're going to square each of the lengths to find the area of the second two. So I realized I made a small mistake here. For number 3 right here, we're not able to take the square root. So let me just change that, make sure you understand that, because this one is going from the lengths to the area. So this one will be 64 to 25 on that one. All right, so good luck on the lesson.